All right, hi everyone. Welcome to HTM3113 Gaming and Hotel Operations for spring of 2024. My name is Brian Vickers. I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. We're going to start things off on this video by going over the syllabus. To start with, this is my contact information. Brian Vickers, Mr. Vickers in the email. Not doctor yet, working on it still. Best way to get a hold of me is via email, listed right here. My phone is my office in Tahlequah, which I will not be at very much this spring semester. If you do call it and leave a voicemail, it'll forward it to my email, then I'll have to listen to it. But it'll be a lot faster if you just send the email to start with. I do have office hours or office location in Tahlequah and Broken Arrow, so if there's ever need to meet in person, that can be arranged. Otherwise, my typical office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. via Zoom. Send me an email and we can set up a meeting. I do have other times available, but it would be by appointment only. Just got to make sure my schedule is free at that requested time. All right. This is an online asynchronous class. That means we will not have a dedicated meeting time. You're going to be given the instruction of this class through Blackboard. Every week there'll be a module folder for that week's assignments and any kind of learning materials that have been provided for you. You'll have a due date, which will be Sunday night by midnight, 11:59 p.m. every single week. There's 2 assignments every week, both due by Sunday nights. Other than that, we won't be meeting every week. You'll just have to check the folders in Blackboard to see what is expected of you. This class combines a few different concepts from the hospitality industry, that of casino and gaming, and also hotel operations. A lot of casinos have hotels attached, are some sort of resort. We have a few of them right here in Oklahoma, several larger ones. In fact, the largest casino in the world by amount of gaming space is located right here in Oklahoma, down near the Texas border. So a lot of casinos here to work with. Also, a lot of hotels. We'll talk about how those fit into the larger framework of the hospitality industry. The textbook that is requiring this class is Introduction to Casino Management. We're going to be using this textbook for 4 or 5 of the 7 weeks that we're going to have new material. Any additional learning material, especially that for the hotel side of things, will be provided to you on Blackboard in the learning module sections. One of the sections in the casino management book deals with resorts. And so that's going to have a little bit of a crossover between those 2 concepts. Just to go over this learning outcome assessment, the first 7 modules, we're going to have a video discussion. I don't use traditional discussion boards in my class. I use video discussion. I find that by being able to speak freely about the topic, the results are a lot more natural than trying to worry about, your grammar or writing things in a way that sounds proper, or using the best synonym for whatever. Instead, I like the conversations to be more discussion oriented. So each week I'll be recording a short video on flip.com. I have the timer set to 5 minutes, but I would expect more in the 2 to 3 minute range for most of your videos would suffice for the subject matter. But if you find a subject you really like and you want to keep talking about it, I have to cut you off eventually. So 5 minutes is the cap, but again, my expectation is more in the 2 to 3 minute range on those. And then additional assignment every week is going to be what I've called module questions. Now, some weeks it's going to be a written assignment. You'll answer these questions from the textbook, or it'll be a quiz, or it'll be a short form essay, or some other kind of question being posed to you other than what's on the video prompts. And then the final week folder will contain a student learning assessment. This is an assessment that is used to make sure you are receiving all the student learning outcomes as described by the college, so that if anyone else teaches this class, while instructors have a lot of freedom between how they deliver the material, there are some concepts that just have to be delivered to the students, and we want to make sure that everybody's getting those. So there will be an assessment. This will take a quiz type form, but it'll be something that you'll have access to early, and it won't be timed. You'll be able to come back to it from the time it opens, which will be a little bit later in the semester, until the due date, and just make sure you get it all answered and submitted before the due date. And then you'll have a final report or presentation, and the details on that will be revealed around the halfway point of the semester. But you'll have plenty of time to work on that. They'll both be due during week 8 by Thursday night of the final week of the semester. So grading policy scale, we've got, again, 7 video discussions, 7 module questions, activities. There's not going to be single questions on all of those. Each of those first 7 weeks, 50 points apiece. So equally weighted between the video discussion side of things and the module discussion or module questions. So 100 points a week you can earn. 7 weeks, 100 points a week. That's 700 of your 1,000 possible points right there. So that is the bulk of your grade. That student learning assessment that'll be submitted no later than the 8th week will be 50 points or 5% of your grade. And then that final report / presentation will be about 25% of your grade. So 1,000 points is what that all adds up to, but technically your grade is on a percentage scale. So if something were to happen and an assignment needed to be canceled for whatever reason, and the maximum amount of points was 950, it turns out, then what would happen would be that your grade is always going to be a percentage of points you achieved out of the points possible. So, the plan is for there to be 1,000 points possible, and I fully expect that to be the case, but that's just in there as a fail safe. Check Blackboard frequently. I'll put any announcements or changes up. All your assignments will come due on Blackboard. I'll be making at least one announcement a week, I would expect. Just reminding you of due dates or when new material becomes available to you. Email me. I teach a lot of different classes, and so if you email me a question, I may not know right away what you're talking about. I have over 200 students, so it may not click. I might recognize your name as one of my students, but it may not click which course you're in right away. If you just say something about the quiz this week, I have a quiz in every class this week. So please just write the name of the class in the subject line. HTM3113, gaming operations, hotel operations, something that indicates what class we're talking about. It'll just help me get back to you faster. I like to respond pretty quickly. I don't expect it to take more than a day to ever get back to you. With the exception of if you email me late on Sunday night. Actually, if you email me on Sunday, I may not get back to you on Monday. So please don't wait until the last day that an assignment's due to get started, because then if questions pop up, I may not get back to you in time for it to make a difference. So I would just ask that you take a look at the assignments early in the week, get started on them. Maybe you wrap things up Sunday night. I get it. I am also a student right now, and some of my assignments don't get turned in until the last minute. I get it, but I still take a look early in the week just in case, so I know what to expect. All assignments are going to be submitted via Blackboard. If for whatever reason you email me something for me to take a look at, you have a question about something you don't understand, okay, that's fine. I'm happy to help in that manner, but that does not count as your submission. So if there's a written assignment you need to submit, you still have to get it submitted on Blackboard for me to be able to grade it. If you don't do that by the due date, it's considered late. Speaking of late, I don't accept late work. I've got everything laid out for you in a way that makes sense. If something's going on to where I feel like I need to extend the deadline for everyone, that may happen, but that'll come from me. And so, don't reach out and ask for assignment to be extended, because I don't accept late work. I'm making that a blanket rule. I give you plenty of notice to get things done, and expect them to be turned in on time. Plagiarism, cheating. This is a big one for me. There's going to be some written assignments in this class. I know that there are homework helper sites around the internet, and you can find written answers from written questions in a book. And if I ask you a question that comes from the book, I would expect you to be able to find a word for word answer somewhere on the internet by probably paying for it. The problem with that is cheating. That's plagiarism. What I'm looking for are written responses in your own original thought. Your own original words. I'm not looking for you to copy and paste the question and answer from the instructor or from the author's guide with the answer sheet. And so I will just warn you right now, and this will be the only warning: plagiarism and cheating is 0% on the assignment for the first offense. Second offense is that you failed the class, regardless of how many other points you've earned. So please don't do that. Same thing, if we have a written report, same thing with, ChatGPT or any kind of AI writing. I'm a hawk for this kind of stuff. I just have no tolerance for it. I would rather you turn in something that is subpar on a grand scheme writing level than something that isn't original. So I classify AI writing as cheating. That's not allowed in this class. So just to be clear on that, it needs to be original thought, original words, original writing for all written assignments in this class. I've had students take a commentary on a discussion board and it'd be copy and pasted from a textbook somewhere. Don't do it. Just give me some original thought. That's all I'm looking for. I want the discussions to be discussion oriented. There's typically no wrong answers when you're just discussing things. It's your understanding of the material. It doesn't necessarily have to be right. It just has to make some sort of sense in context of the material, right? That's how we learn from it. You get commentary, which may be critical, but constructive criticism on the misunderstanding that was brought that was stated in the video. All right, let's take a look at the due dates for everything. So as you can see, every Sunday night you've got an assignment, which is going to be one assignment on module questions, one assignment on discussion activity. The first 5 weeks first 4 weeks are going to come from the textbook as assigned, and then we're going to have a special topic on OIGA, which is the Oklahoma Indian Gaming Association and all of the Oklahoma casinos. And then we're going to have 2 week on hotel operations. I see I've got a typo on word operations on that first one, so that's very embarrassing. All right, and then you'll turn in your student learning assessment, your final report / presentation no later than Thursday of week 8. Let's take a quick look over at the class on Blackboard. Make sure that you, after you've probably clicked start here because you're watching this video right now. After that, go to the syllabus page, download a copy of the syllabus, and click the syllabus acknowledgement. This is how I mark you as present for attendance purposes. Do this before Sunday night. And then when I submit the attendance report to the registrar and the financial aid office, you will have been marked as attending. If you don't do this, I have to mark you as absent, and that could affect your financial aid. So please get that done sooner rather than later. As you can see, the learning modules, module 1 is available right now. Modules 2 through 8 will be available in the coming weeks. And I'll be making announcements as those become available. In the module 1 folder, you've got an overview. You've got a PowerPoint presentation. You've got your video discussion 1, your module question 1, and how to submit those things. So that's where to get started for this week. Thanks, everyone. And as questions come up, please don't hesitate to email me. If you're a night owl and you have a question at 3 a.m., email me. I won't answer at 3 a.m., but I will answer when I get up in the morning and start my office hours. I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb. So again, don't worry about whatever time it is when you email me. I'd rather you do that than forget and then not get an answer on time. So again, thanks everyone. I look forward to getting to know y'all.